Yeah, I think that we started out very strong, and then we had maybe 20 minutes where we were playing too fast and wanted to go a little bit too steep and too direct, and we lost too many balls out of nothing, and we couldn't really find the rhythm. But then it seemed that we got the rhythm and got the goal, and it's kind of helped us also calm down and get more control over the game. And then in the second half, yeah, we talked about pushing for the next goal, and if we got the number 2, we had to push hard for the third. And I think game opened up. They needed to win this game. You could see they opened up very fast in the second half, and also made the substitutions coming in pretty fast. So you could see that they really had to go for it, and it opened up the game for us. And then in the second half, I think we played it way better and created a lot of chances, and I was happy with that.
We've talked about Sebastian Berhalter several times this season, but where have you seen his game grow during the time you've seen him?
I think that we talked about it before, and I think of course, the 2 goals were amazing. But it's not about the 2 goals. It's about him helping the team all the time against the ball, play with the right intensity, showing in the front space, just behind their pressure, and play with a lot more calmness. So now he plays and runs instead of runs and play, and I think I think he utilizes all his energy much better now, because he sometimes he plays a little slower, and I think it's really come together for him very well throughout the season, and he's just continued growing, and today was obviously very impressive performance from him, and but the goals made it special, but he's been good all through the season, I would say.
Michael McCall, AFTN. When Ryan Illumi signed his contract, I'm not sure even he expected to be playing as many minutes as he has, but you've given the belief for him to start these games. What have you seen from him to have him starting these games, and how important is him getting that goal today for his confidence going forward?
I think it's very important that first of all he's been given the minutes, because it is important for him. Also to play through periods at this level where maybe he makes a couple of mistakes, and then being given the opportunity to play again. We have played him because we saw a lot of good things from the training session, and a lot of promising things, but also a little bit out of need. And I think he stepped up very, very well, and now he's taking his chances. And today he didn't have the best start, but he also seemed to loosen up a little bit after the goal, not playing too fast, but believing that he could hold up his play and play out. And I think that he's looking very promising. So I think it's great that he has done well in training session, and now he needs to prove when he is on the pitch that he is ready to grow on the pitch as well in a very tough competition, because he's played up against very strong opponents, and he's done, I think, maybe even more than we could have expected.
Ralph Priso came in last week and was excellent centre-back. Another really good showing today in the middle of the defence. Big clearance early on off the line as well. What got him the start today? Was it the fact that both Bilal and Mati were on yellow card accumulation, or did you just like what you saw from him last week?
A little bit of both. We have a game coming up where we have players out, and we can't afford to have too many out, also due to suspension. So that was definitely one thing that we saw. But also that we've seen good things from Ralph in training session, and I expected that we would have Matthias and Ralph having a lot of time on the ball, the way they pressed, and I would like to see also Ralph being able to, with his left foot, maybe open up the pitch a little bit more, because he can take the ball higher up the pitch and also maybe bypass opposition players with his dribbling skills. So I think it was some of the choices behind this. I thought that he could be kind of a playmaker In the beginning, he struggled a little bit by finding the solutions, but in the second half, about from half an hour and on, I think he played very, very well.
Simon Fudge, Soccer Talk Vancouver. Jesper, some of the play in the second half of just the movement in the den was entertaining to see in itself, even if it created a goal or it did not. As you're heading towards the business end of the season, then that has to come away as being one of the most pleasing aspects of tonight's performance.
Yeah, I think that we have a good flow in our game, and I think that we have the ability to create chances, especially when the opposition opens up. I'm very happy that we play entertaining. Of course, we want to be efficient and win games, but we're also happy that we get a good crowd coming in and wants to see us, and that we also play a kind of football they would like to see, and they have a good feeling when they see us play, and of course that's also a goal. Obviously, the most important thing is that we win, but we want to be an offensive-minded team and also able to utilize when the pitch opens up to play well. And I think the rhythm in the attack and play is very, very good at the moment, and we have to keep it up.
The other thing that was impressive was closing down San Jose in a lot of areas, and then that led to them really turning the ball over. Another big aspect of how you really were able to get control of the game today.
I think we've been looking strong for a while, and I think we've been looking on the front foot and fast for a while. Our players are working extremely hard against the ball. Players like Andres, Sebastian, even last week in midfield are really playing with high intensity, and also from the front, Ryan, Thomas, Ali, Jaden, they all really work hard to make it easier for the next guy to win the ball. We don't want to be standing low if we can avoid it. So if we can win the ball up high, maybe win a ball where we can go direct to create a chance, it would be great. But we have to be on the move and not be reactive, but all the time being active, and try to see if we can, get the game over to our terms. And I think the players are really on from the top down to the bottom of the team, and everybody's working hard. It doesn't matter which position you have, everybody's working really, really hard.
Josh Ray, Area 51 Sports Network. Jesper, what did you make of the play of your substitutes today?
Excellent. I think Daniel Rios was really, really good when he came in. I think, the same with the other players. A little bit unfortunate for a couple of guys not to score a goal because they had the opportunity. Giuseppe ended up in a good goal-scoring opportunity situation at one point, and the same with Ryan. And Kenji gets more and more rhythm together with the team. So I think I think we're very fortunate that we can start with a very good team and end up with a very strong team as well, with great players coming in, and of course there's competition throughout the positions for playing, and I think it's only a great thing going forward.
Speaking of substitutions, Kenji Cabrera was one of them. Just what did you make of his transition into the team since he arrived and how he's done?
Yeah, it's obviously it's can be a little bit difficult time of the season to come in completely new. Don't have much time to get into your new team. You come from Peru and you're a young guy, have to try to settle into a new city and to a lot of new stuff on a different language. I think he's done great. I think football-wise, you can see that he's football intelligent. He has a lot of qualities, and it looks good for the future. I think he looks to be a very, very good player and has a lot of talent. So I think it looks good. He played very well in Kansas. He played very well against Portland at home, but has struggled a little bit after that one. So I think that it's been good to see him on the pitch, and we are going to see him even more.
Thanks, Coach.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah.